How to keep smoking systematically without getting addicted. Many social smokers may think they are not addicted, but numerous studies show that these individuals are, in fact, simply suppressing the same cravings that chain smokers experience. 1. Many experts caution that social smoking will eventually lead to chain smoking if it is kept up long term. In fact, some people are already addicted after the first cigarette. 2. Any degree of smoking is bad for your body, but learning how to resist nicotine cravings may allow you to maintain a social smoking habit without becoming a chain smoker. Suppressing nicotine cravings. Avoid nicotine triggers. Many smokers find that they experience cravings whenever they are in situations or places where they smoke most often. The first step in avoiding triggers is to identify what your triggers are. 4. Think about when you most often smoke, and compare that place, scenario with your frequency of cravings between cigarettes. If you absolutely cannot avoid your biggest triggers, have a plan in place to avoid smoking on off days. Give yourself permission to leave early if necessary, and arm yourself with distractions to keep you from smoking. 5. Distract yourself. One of the best ways to avoid giving in to your cravings, especially if you find yourself in places or situations that trigger the urge to smoke, is to give yourself adequate distractions. For some, that may mean something to satisfy an oral fixation. For others, it may require something to keep the hands busy. Identify what activities suppress your cravings most effectively. Do you feel the need to put something in your mouth, hold something in your hand, or some combination of the two? 7. If you crave the oral fixation that comes with smoking, try chewing gum or sucking on a hard candy or lozenge. Some smokers also find it very satisfying to chew on something crunchy, like sunflower seeds, to help stave off a nicotine craving. 8. If you find yourself craving something to do with your hands, try carrying a pen and paper around. You can twirl the pen between your fingers, or doodle, draw to help distract you from the cravings. 9. If you feel you need both the hand occupation and oral fixation, try carrying around a bundle of toothpicks, tea tree sticks, straws, or lollipops. Many former smokers and current smokers who cannot smoke, for example while at work, turn to toothpicks, straws, and lollipops as a means of satisfying both the behavioral and oral components of cigarette cravings. 10. Delay and regulate your urges. If you find yourself absolutely craving a cigarette on a day you don't want to smoke, promise yourself you'll wait 10 minutes before reaching for a pack. In that time, do something distracting. Try going for a walk or reading something engrossing to distract your mind, and use a physical replacement like a toothpick or lollipop to satisfy the habitual components of smoking. You can also squeeze a stress ball to help manage any anxiety that accompanies your cravings. If you absolutely must give in to your craving, then you may want to subtract that cigarette from a day you were planning to allow yourself to smoke later in the week. For example, if you're too stressed out on a Wednesday at work and you give in to your craving, then skip the situations or groups of friends who would trigger a craving on Friday or Saturday. That way you're still keeping yourself below a weekly minimum. Use relaxation techniques. If you find your social smoking habits turning into bad cravings whenever you're stressed, try using relaxation techniques to break your stress patterns. There are many relaxation techniques that smokers find useful, including deep breathing, meditation, muscle relaxation, and yoga. In deep breathing, the goal is to breathe from your diaphragm below your ribcage to produce a slow, steady, deep inhalation and exhalation. 13. Meditation is used to calm the mind and focus attention away from stressful thoughts and feelings. Most people who meditate begin by focusing on their breath, taking slow and deep breaths in and out. Some practitioners also use a repeated word or phrase called a mantra or practice visualization to imagine a place or time that is peaceful and serene. 14. Progressive muscle relaxation involves tensing and subsequently relaxing each group of muscles progressively, from one end of the body to the other. This can help alleviate muscle tension and quell stressful or anxious thoughts and feelings. 15. Yoga combines stretches and postures with controlled, meditative breathing to help relax the mind and body. 16. Make time for a workout. Studies have shown that 30 minutes of moderate to intense physical activity can actually quell a nicotine craving.